Anyways, we're going to go straight out to the next one. Big Lala Ashake, family, daughter, and all of these things. Fans think that this has to do with his YBN exit. Someone is trying to do a smear campaign on Ashake. Why is a family issue coming out at this time? What exactly is going on? And Ashake also has now responded by giving his father the health benefit that he deserves, according to people. And of course, people are saying the father was not a bad father, it was a mother that moved away. A lot of things happening around. Like, there's a whole lot around Ashake ever since his level IBNL. Big Lala, what do you have to say?
It was such a roller coaster period of
Yeah,
time. The first 3 days,
definitely.
so
Definitely.
much agendas flying or so much think pieces.
A lot of
Everybody
think
has something
pieces.
to say. Everybody has
Yeah,
something to say. And
yeah.
you know what the funny thing is? None of us know exactly what the issue is between Asake and his
Yeah,
father.
yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, of course, it's disappointing. We as Nigerian people or Yoruba people, you know,
Hmm.
there's always pride in taking care of your elderly one. And
Definitely.
by the looks of it, Ashake did not abandon his father. From
Mm.
the things we've seen, maybe he must have thought they were okay, and then he didn't, push through to the end.
His father
Uh,
said he has been calling him for years, for 2 years or something, that he didn't pick up.
yeah,
Is that not
yeah.
abandonment?
Well, a lot has happened in 2 years. A lot has
Yeah,
happened in 2 years, and we know we come on this show, we talk about Ashake is going through a lot. Someone needs to check on him. The tattoos,
yeah,
the
yeah.
persona, everything about him is changed. He's changed his management, changed his label, fought with ex managers or strategists or whatever you want to call them.
It's been a
So
lot around
yeah.
Ashake.
So that alone, again, people sometimes that's where I don't want to say it's entitlement because the father did his
Yeah,
bit while
it's bit,
Ashake
yeah.
when he was with Ashake. And he must have hurt Ashake, he must have hurt him, right? Because he came out and did that freestyle and said, "Oh, litaye long."
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I heard
He
that. I
say,
heard
"If
that.
Papa want cajole am." From there, you know that something they want with this Papa. Maybe he hasn't been picking his dad's calls, facts, yeah,
Mm.
but his dad has probably been sending voice notes or even messages, and he's
Yeah.
probably not attended to it. And this is the problem I have, right? This young guy, Ashake, is going through a lot. Right? Nobody. See at this moment now, you see how the whole family came. They think because he has money now, he's fine. He doesn't have issues. He doesn't have problem. But dude, nobody even cares about how he is feeling, Ashake, because a lot of things have happened to him. Him as well that people outside see it as a good thing that he's famous. He makes
Yeah.
music that like he's touring and all those things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody knows the demons he's fighting. Nobody knows what's
Mm.
going on with him. And in
Mm.
all of these, nobody has asked Ashake, "How are you? Are you doing okay? Is
You
there
think
anything
nobody has
that's a
asked?
problem?"
Why do you think nobody has asked him what's how he's doing?
That's because you see all these things that have happened where the family have, done a press conference, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
everybody has see all the issues they are stating. They are all
Mm.
needs. I need this, I need that, I
Yeah,
want
yeah,
this, I want
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Nobody is asking is Ashake okay? No, when Ashake was going through a lot and the labels and everything, nobody made a statement. It was all based on I need this, I need this. And that's just
Mm.
the selfishness of human beings. That's what you've just seen on display.
But
In
Big Lala, sorry to cut you. I mean, I know that there's been a whole lot about this talk. I know you've got a whole lot to say about Ashake, which you're going to continue. But let's talk about this. The family has come out to talk about this whole they need this, they need that, they need this, they need that. Some people feel Ashake hasn't gone about it the right way by allegedly abandoning his family, his father, who, according to a lot of people, has been there for him even when his mother left the father. Now, some people think the family has not done well by going out to the public by, you know, claiming a lot and making this whole thing public, painting Ashake in a bad light. Now, the family has come out to also say, to debunk, to say, you know what, the reason why we did that is because we've been trying to call him for the past couple of years and he's not picking up. That's why I had no choice but to come out and do all of these things. Big Lala, is this the handiwork of someone who is not happy with Ashate?
Well, I've seen a few comments here and there about this, and people are
Yeah.
pointing to the fact that, oh, someone must have pushed Ashake's dad for
Father to
marriage.
do this. Yeah.
Is that possible? Of course, yes. The man is in the state is in a place where he needs something, right, and he can't get
Yeah.
it at that
Yeah.
moment, and he feels it's his
Yeah.
son that can provide that for him, right?
Right.
I don't know when the partial stroke happened. I
Yeah.
don't think it's 2 years ago, right? And
Yeah.
we've seen pictures of him and his dad from time back. All these things
But yeah.
surfaced the time
Yeah.
he bought a car for his dad and all those things. Could he have done well to set his family up better, right?
Mm.
Nobody knows the plans that he has right now. Of course, he could have, right? Because he brought his mom to the UK for the shows. All those things were
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
there are people who are fatherhood defenders. They say, "Oh, Papa no deserve to go show," and all those things.
Yeah.
That's by the way, right? Is it the work of people like his ex manager? Possibly, because the guy has been ranting non-stop, and people
Yeah.
who feel that they've been wrong, they can go the lengths. People like that
Mm.
guy can go the lengths to do their worst. But think
Mm.
about it: would he go as far as going to his dad and say, "Dad, you have to come out to
Big
let
Lala, it's
me."
possible. It's possible because this man has been trying to call his son for 2 years. He didn't come out.
If that's the
One
case,
year he didn't come out. 2 years he didn't come out. So all of a sudden he's coming out in 2025 to say since 2022 I've been calling Ashake and all of that. He's not picking up. So all of a sudden he thinks that social media is now the way to go. I think
if that's the case, the
yeah, yeah.
daddy, she dada, she dada, mess
Right.
up, mess up, because that means you've led someone who has ulterior motives
Yeah.
to push you into doing this, right? Could you have gone about it the wrong way? Um, of course, I mean the right way. I
The
think
right way,
yes.
yeah.
If you can say, oh, my son, I beg, all I need you is to call me, right? Just call
Mhm.
me. I just want to know that you are
I mean,
fine.
that was what he said in the interview that he just wanted to hear Ashake's voice. He
Yeah, but
just wanted
that's not how they
Ashake to pick his
started now.
call and
What did they
everything.
start with?
Yeah,
They started with
yeah.
me. They started with what's the name of this guy? How many of you remember this guy?
This
That's how
guy, yeah,
that's the
yeah.
strategy they went with
He
now. And
went
that's a
with,
bad
yeah,
strategy. It was already
yeah.
bad PR for Ashake, right?
Mm,
And the father did not think about that. Again, if that guy was going through a lot, he'd be thinking, do these
mm.
people even care about me?
Care about me,
That's why I
yeah,
said in all of this,
yeah,
all
yeah.
I see is people who need something. You need this. You
They
see all the
need that
demands
and
now.
everything,
50
yeah.
million, buy a house. Imagine if
Mm,
it was actually because of the partial stroke that the man had, you will keep it at that. He just need medical attention. From where
yeah.
where it ended,
He needs
buy
money
house 50
for
million,
this, yeah.
this this or that. And it was just so sad seeing all that anyway. But yeah, they don't sort themselves.
Big Lala, if you're Ashake, with what the family had done and how they went about this whole thing. I mean, Asake has done what he has to do right now. The father confirmed he's sorted out his medical bills, 50 million naira house where he's going to be getting rent and all of that. Big Lala, if you were Ashake, with the way the family has gone about this whole thing, what would you have done in response? Would you have done differently from Ashake, or would you have done the same thing Ashake had done at this time?
Um, my own heart they different, right? Or the way me I see myself as or see my responsibilities a bit different.
Right.
Would
Yeah.
I have let it get to this stage? I don't think I would, no matter how much someone has wronged me. That's just me
Yeah.
personally. I don't
Yeah.
know the kind of person that Ashake is, right? But the mere fact that he has, whatever he think he has done, he has
Yeah.
righted it wrong
Right.
without force, right?
Yeah.
He
Did they
he
force his
has
hand?
they did force his hand. You know what I think?
Yeah.
I think Ashake did nothing wrong. You know why I think he doesn't do nothing
Hmm.
wrong? When you listen to the lyrics of that freestyle, right?
Freestyle.
He goes on to say, "You cannot satisfy the world. You cannot satisfy the world." You see, someone the man tell God, because there is no way you are that much of a big superstar, right? And you are like this to your family. It doesn't happen anywhere. So if they are going to bet and put money down, Oman Sporting, if they if they are going to bet and say Asake has Tewo for his family, I will say yes. I
Hmm.
will 100% bet on it that yes, he did, rather than no,
I don't
right?
know.
But you
Right.
know what this thing is? When you give a lot, especially to certain people, whether they deserve it or they don't deserve it, they don't have the will to make anything for themselves, they would always
Always ask.
expect that anytime you ask, you will give. And that's
Moa,
pure
Moa,
that
Moa.
that's
Bring,
all
bring,
pure
bring,
facts.
bring.
So that's why I believe Asake was not Akagon, because he said it in that lyrics. Mo de man te wo gan, man te wo gan,
Mm.
Baba mi feka.
Mm.
Even when he said Baba mi feka Joey, it's because you can see in his songs, I listen to all this
Right.
Nigerian self. If they were not on good terms, right? If there
Yeah.
is no issues, he
Hmm.
wouldn't. But they were
Right.
good. They had no problems, which is why
Right.
you feel he
Yeah.
has righted his wrong.
Yeah. Big Lala, let's talk about the daughter before we move on to the next. The
Yeah,
daughter, the baby mama. This news came out alongside the father's revelation and all of those things. It
yeah,
became an expose. 11-year-old daughter and a lady who says, you know what? All my savings, all my adjust savings were going to Ashake while he was in OAU. But after he blew up, he moved to Lekki, he stopped picking up my calls and all of those things. What do you have to say about that one, Big Lala?
So what that
Quite a
lady needs,
revelation. Quite a
what
revelation.
what that lady needs,
Yeah.
as unfortunately, you're not going to get back with Ashake. I know
Yes.
that's not going to happen at all.
But that's not what she needs. I'm sure that's not what she needs. I'm sure she just wants settlement too.
Yeah, I know what she wants is settlement, and I
Yeah.
feel my advice is Ashake, please just settle that woman. She
Exactly.
mean
Exactly. Settle her.
you're not going to go back. Please just go and settle.
Definitely.
Just go
Eh,
and settle madam. Thank you, my mama.
Not with
Okay.
not with all the baddies Ashake has seen in Lekki
Yeah.
and in Los Angeles and in California and everything. You know.
No, no, no. Kolo, kolo, kolo. But
Exactly.
Ashake
Exactly.
will not go back. But one thing he can do
Mhm.
before he turns legal, right? Because whether we
Yeah.
like it or not, I don't know whether it is valid in Nigeria, or whether it will be
Or
something they
not.
find in the
Yeah.
US.
Yeah.
He can
Yeah.
he can mandate you to pay your, whether it's child support or whatever it is,
Child
right?
support. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. And we know Ashake lives in the US right now.
Yeah.
Will they go and file something over there? These people that we're talking about, these friend
Yeah.
enemies that
Definitely.
we know who they are. They can go and
Definitely.
file those kind of things and make a big
Anyways,
deal out of
Big
it.
Lala,
But yeah,
we personally, I feel like Ashake should actually. He doesn't even need, like, he doesn't even need to get to the courts or to. He's done the right thing for his father at the moment. You
mm,
know, he's done the right thing. I think that as if Ashake truly, like everyone has said, is the father of that lady, of that young, beautiful girl, 11-year-old girl,
it
then
is though.
he should
It's not
do
truly
the
is.
he should do. It doesn't even have to be constitutional. You are the father.
Yeah.
Be responsible to her.
True.
If Ashake truly has abandoned that lady, or me, to be honest, I really don't want to talk about the wife now, or the lady that I'm talking about the daughter right now. This is your child.
Mm.
You cannot, you should not, never abandon someone that you gave birth to. So
The-
I
I
don't
don't
know.
think
I
they
don't
do.
know the story about it. Yeah, I don't know the story about it, whether I abandoned. I don't know. But I think from this moment, he needs to do the needful for the child. He needs
Mm.
to do the needful for the family. And I wish Ashake all the very best as he continues his music career. This whole thing just seemed like a distraction from the music, and it's so sad because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
But he
Ashake.
helped him. He
Ashake
helped him. He helped him. But
to
there's no
to
bad
trend,
PR.
to trend,
He helped him. So
to trend.
he was done with some sort of, I don't know, maliciousness, but at least
Yeah,
it wasn't that bad, because as you can see, everything is
definitely,
settled. There's no fuss anymore. But yeah.
definitely.